Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today, look at where I am. Wembley Stadium. I'm only here for one reason and one reason only. To make sure Kepa is off the pitch. Is he off the pitch? Let's take a look. All good guys? He's off the pitch, I can confirm.
Alright, back to business guys. Now as you can see from the scenery, we are going to be speaking about the Carabao Cup final, which was contested between Manchester City and Chelsea. And I think there's only really one place to start, and that's Kepa Ali and the Sarri saga. Now Jhangir, what's your thoughts on this saga?
I think it was, don't get me wrong, it was a terrible incident. I'm not happy with it. It was a big disgrace, but at the same time I think everyone just needs to totally relax, man. Like, everyone was losing their heads over it. Like, fair enough, it was a bad incident. It was not a good look on the club at all. But don't you think we should just move on? Like, I'm hearing a lot of people saying Kepa should be dropped. She should never play again for Chelsea ever again. What benefit does that have for us? Just tell me one good benefit that has. None. So why would we want to?
So despite the Jhangir saying he should not be punished at all, despite the clear respect to
hold on, let me get back to that, sorry. I don't think he shouldn't be punished at all. I think he should be fined. I just don't think he should be dropped, because that's not benefiting us. But by all means, fine him for the way he acted. Fair enough.
Do you agree with this, Chris?
Yeah, to an extent. Like, he should be severely punished, but dropping him's not the answer, especially when we've got Spurs on Wednesday. Playing Caballero against Spurs is probably going to be suicidal, and I already think that Spurs are probably going to get some sort of result anyway, but playing Caballero is not exactly going to help. I'm not sure it's going to solve all of our problems. But the whole incident in general was just embarrassing. Like, watching it yesterday, I was just thinking, like, you've got to respect your manager, you respect your parents, like, your manager is your manager. Like, he's putting you on the pitch in your cup final, and for you to just disobey him, like, just look bad on the whole club as a whole, and it just puts more pressure on Sarri, to be honest. So you just got to feel for the manager, because he's done everything he can. It's just the keeper wouldn't comply.
Yeah, I can understand where he's coming from though, because obviously Sarri thought he was injured, maybe a cramp, but he recovered. Maybe he was time wasting, I'm not sure, but I think that he was in the wrong and he should be fined. But I can understand where Kepa's coming from.
But in that case, would you not think that Sarri might have just overreacted?
Yeah, I think Sarri did overreact, yeah. He put Caballero on, and I think they should have waited. I don't agree with the shouting across the pitch. They should have come together, had a talk in private, but the shouting across the pitch was just embarrassing.
So isn't this, guys, just evidence of the clear player power at Chelsea Football Club? Is this clear evidence?
If there's nothing else that shows more of a player power at Chelsea than that incident yesterday. I mean, come on. Who went up to Kepa and actually told him, no, the manager's right, you have to go off, whatever the manager says, that's what goes? No one. David Luiz went up to him, but it didn't look like David Luiz went up to him to try to take him off. It was like, I think David Luiz was basically saying, you know what, calm down Kepa, you're staying on, don't worry. That's player power right there, and I don't agree with that.
So do you think this is a positive for Chelsea, for the players? This is a clear defiance, and they're wanting this to happen so they can go quick or something?
Yeah, I'd say so, because in the end the player won. If any other manager, say it was Guardiola, Klopp, the player would have come off straight away. They wouldn't have argued. And also going back to Jhangir's point, where was the captain? The captain was meant to be the manager's next hand man, and the captain was nowhere near. As per the quote said in an interview, that he was on the other side of the pitch, so there was nothing he could do. But that's not a captain. He's meant to be telling the players what to do on the pitch. There's no leadership there. So yeah, the players are winning. So
I'm going to ask all three of you this. Chris, if you was in Sarri's position, what would you have done better to handle that situation?
I would have pulled him over, would have made him come over and have a chat with me, because obviously you can't go on the pitch, can you? Otherwise I get sent off. So they should have just sorted it out between them. There's no point shouting across the touchline to the other goal. It's going to get lost in translation. The way it was handled in general was just...
But clearly Kepa wasn't going over to him. He had to stay in his spot.
Yeah, and I think Kepa is to blame for all of it, I'd say. There's not really much Sarri could do about it. And Kepa's choice to stay on the pitch in the end cost us, and maybe Sarri was bringing on Caballero for the penalties specifically because he used to play for City, played with most of those players, so Kepa wouldn't have known that, or maybe he didn't know that, that's why he tried to stay on, and look how it ended for them.
How would you have handled the situation?
Just briefly touching on what Chris just ended up on, I don't think Caballero was meant to come on. Like, I think Kepa was only going to get taken off because he went down twice with an injury in like 5 minutes or something. If Kepa didn't go down, I don't think Caballero would have come on. So in that point, like, I do understand why Kepa stayed on, because he was basically getting the message across to his manager saying, no, look, like, I'm not injured, I was just faking it basically. Maybe he wasn't faking it, maybe he did have a little hamstring issue. I don't think it was a bad enough issue for him to get forced off. So if I was sorry, I'm 100% with sorry on this. Like, I feel like he just got totally disrespected, but at the same time I do feel like what's the right word, like, he just over exaggerated a bit, like the way he was about to walk down the tunnel and everything. I don't think it was that big of an issue. So I feel like if I was sorry, I would be like, you know what, Kepa, you're not coming off, so alright, stay on there, let's see what you can do.
Sam?
Yeah, I think it was just a big over-exaggeration by the media, by Chelsea. It was just all overhyped. Like, it shouldn't have been that big of a deal. And because it turned into that big of a deal, I think that's why Kepa didn't get his hand on that Aguero penalty. Maybe if Caballero had come on, because there was a fourth sub, we still had an extra sub, so maybe that was his intention to take off Caballero.
I don't think it was though, because after the game, Sorry admitted that Kepa was right with what he done, but he did it the wrong way. So the intention was right for Kepa, Sorry was saying,
but why,
just the way he
why
done
leave
it.
that fourth sub? Why not bring it on?
Because Sorry doesn't really like to change it up much anyway. Like, he had the perfect team out there. In my opinion, it was the perfect team.
Yeah, it was the perfect
The
team.
only thing was maybe Christensen coming from the east, but apart from that, I feel like that was the perfect team. Especially like, some people might be saying take off Jorginho and bring on Kovacic, but Jorginho was, despite missing the penalty, he is still a usual penalty taker.
Cool. It's kind of topic here, but do you feel like this situation had a psychological effect on Chelsea for the penalty shootout for them to lose the game?
Yeah,
I think it did. Yeah, it did. It definitely did help the situation with what Kepa done. It just put more pressure on the players, I think. But at the same time, I still feel like City would have won the penalties even if that Kepa situation didn't happen.
We saw when Kepa saved it, how much it meant to him.
Yeah.
Like, the celebration, it looked like we'd won it when he saved it. So yeah, I think it was redemption really when he saved it.
Alright, cool. Let's just cross the line over the negatives for Chelsea, because before that situation, Chelsea actually having a really good game, and they would have got a lot of plaudits if it wasn't for that horrific situation between Kepa and Sarri. Now, Chris, after that dogful, pitbull fighting performance from Chelsea, is there hope for Sarri as Chelsea manager?
Maybe this performance has given him more time. It was a good performance. It wasn't amazing, it wasn't bad, but we didn't lose 6-0. We kept a clean sheet, we took it to penalties. The boys did us proud, but remember it was a cup final, so they're going to be motivated anyway. They're going to be motivated anyway, so they're going to want to play their best and win a trophy. I can't see him lasting much longer, but credit to him for tweaking the lineup yesterday and altering his formation a bit. Although it's the same one that beat Man City at Stamford Bridge, he still tweaked it, which we wanted. He's played Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, which is good. Let's just hope that continues on Wednesday and it wasn't just a one-off because it was a cup final.
Jhangir, was the reason for Chelsea's dogful performance because it's a cup final, or was it more than that?
Well, I think it's a bit of both. Like, I think the players are winners. Like, they've won so many trophies in their careers, so I feel like they were up for that game, especially because they wanted to win another trophy. But at the same time, if we normally rate players, like give them a rating out of 10. I'm going to do it for the manager. I think Sarri deserves a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Like, he changed the way. Everyone's saying he's so stubborn. He just keeps with one style. Like, he wants to play football. But yesterday we saw that he does actually have a little plan B to his side as well. Like, we've seen that he played Hazard false 9, and he had Willian and Pedro on the wings for that the solid defensive shape. I feel like that helped us throughout the game, because if it wasn't for that, it could have been another 3-4, 5-0 winning. But because Sarri actually put for Hazard false 9, when I saw the first team come out, I was disappointed. I was like, why is Hazard playing up front again? Like, false 9, he's not going to get touched with the ball like that. Why are we not starting with Callum Hudson-Odoi? But when I saw the game actually come out and the plan actually be practicing him on the pitch, I fully understand why Sarri did that, because Hazard's not the best defensively, so on the wings he would have been too vulnerable. But because Pedro and Willian are actually solid defensively, I think like them two coming back a lot like we had that shape where City couldn't penetrate us. So I feel like that worked out into our favour. So I was happy with the performance.
So Sam, was it a 9 out of 10 performance from
I'd say it was 9 or maybe even 10. I thought it was
10 out of 10.
I thought it was
Are you
our
kidding?
performance of the season.
10 out of 10.
Why would you not think it was 10?
Why was
Well,
not? He didn't win a cup final. He win a cup final. He got to be 10 out of 10.
But it's a
I
penalty
didn't say
shootout.
that.
It's 50-50, so it could go either way. We went 0-0 the champions who had just beaten us 6-0 2 weeks prior. I think the improvement from that game to this game was unreal, and that's why I'm giving him 9 out of 10. He even brought the youth on, which we criticised him for. Brought Loftus-Cheek, Hudson-Odoi. We criticised him for not changing his formation. The guy I played, we still changed the formation, still had the same formation, but Kante was a lot deeper. He had wingers coming back, so Willian and Pedro, Hazard false 9. It just worked perfectly.
Alright.
Can I ask you, sorry, what would you rate Sorry yesterday's?
Would I rate-
Just solely on yesterday.
What I rate his performance? I'll give him a 7 / a solid 8 out of 10. Because he did change his style, but it wasn't nothing out of this world, really. But it was more of his players than his actual setup. Because
Would you think? I disagree with that
100%,
strongly. So you think it was down to the players more?
yeah, it was 100%. If the players just if they wanted to come with the attitude they did when they lost 6-0, it would have been another 6-0 hammering.
Look, that's the thing,
regardless of the situation.
But who's in charge? Tell me that. Answer this.
Oh, who's in charge? What we
Who's
saw
in control?
yesterday is probably Kepa.
Who's in control of the players though on the pitch?
Of course, sorry, I'm not saying it wasn't. Of course,
Sorry deserves
that's
a
why I'm
lot
giving
more.
him a 7 and 8. But you're over.
7 is.
You're
Well, if you say
overrating.
8, I said 9. There's not much of a difference.
Exactly,
There,
yeah,
but
yeah,
7
that's
is a
what I'm
bit too like.
Not even so.
No, I think we should remember that we lost the cup final. We've gone out of 2 competitions in a week. We're 6th in the league.
No, we're not judging him over his career. We're talking about just the game yesterday. We're not. When you talk about one game, you don't need to bring in the whole season. We're talking about the game itself yesterday. Doesn't 6th place is irrelevant.
You have to give him credit, and as you saw, you probably looked at Conte's performance last year. Ade had mirrored it because they only lost 1-0, but obviously added more attacking intent to the game. So you do have to give him credit, of course. Okay, so that's enough Chelsea for now. We've talked about Chelsea enough. What does this mean for Manchester City, Chris? They've won one out of 4 in the race for the quadruple. Can they do the quadruple?
I'm not sure about the quadruple, but I'm sure they'll give it a good go. I didn't think they played particularly well yesterday, and they still went on to win. That's always a good sign. But you know, Man City are Man City. Their second team's probably almost as good as our first team. So I wouldn't rule them out go for the quadruple, but I can see them winning the league and probably going quite far in the Champions League as well. But you know, yeah.
Jhangir, is this the catalyst for the quadruple for City?
No, I would. I'm
chance.
just gonna get straight in there. No chance, because I don't think they'll win the Champions League. I think they'll get the league, FA Cup, possibly. Yeah, I don't see why not. But I just can't see them winning the Champions League, especially because they lost to Lyon in the earlier stages of the competition, and they just about beat Schalke. Now, I'm not criticising City, but Pep Guardiola, even like himself, he admitted that his team isn't ready for the latter stages of the competition. So I can't see City winning the Champions League, but the league, the Premier League, I think they will do it, and the FA Cup, we're gonna have to wait and see. But why not? Like, they've got more than enough chance of winning it.
Lastly, Sam, are you in agreement with Jhangir here?
I can see them getting the domestic treble. I'm not sure about the
Domestic
Champions
treble.
League because I think Barcelona have the experience, they've got the players such as Suarez, Messi.
So would you say the leagues are harder to win this year than the Champions League, or the Champions League is easier to win than
No, I think the Champions League's harder. Anyone could win the Champions League this year. Barca, we saw with Juve that I thought Juve would go on to win it, and then they get turned over by Atletico Madrid in the fashion they
They
did.
still look poor, don't they, Ronaldo? So anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. As you can see, it's a beautiful sunny day at Wembley Stadium. So make sure you like, subscribe, and come back to the Football Hideout.